I got a few things I want to say to you guys that I wish I would have known when I was your age. You're at a critical point in your life. You're at a crossroad right now. And the decisions you make right now are going to determine your future. It's an important stage of your life. And I just want to give you a few ways of looking at it. What you're going to do for a living. How are you going to figure out what to do with your life? How do you figure out where to go and what decision? Okay, there's a few ways of doing it. Okay, one way of looking at it is being in a profession that meets your basic needs, that pays your bills, that allows you to have a home, allows you to have a vehicle, and then it allows you to have a good lifestyle, a good life. That's basically what a life in the trade is going to give you. Probably you're not going to find a fulfilling, happy future in a sawmill basement. That's the reality of it. You can go ahead and look, but probably that's not where you're going to find it. So if you're getting into something like a trade, you're getting into one of these different professions, it's going to give you the lifestyle that you want to live. You may not love what you're doing, you may not be excited to go to that job every day, but it's serving a purpose. It's providing you with a financial compensation. It's having a monetary need met in order for you to live the life that you like to live. So what you're doing outside of that job, it allows you the possibilities to do that. That's one way of looking at a profession, of looking at a vocation. Another way of doing it is doing something that you enjoy, that you find passion from, that you are connected to, that you're drawn to, what you love to do. Now, something Jordan Peterson once said, I'll never forget. He said that doing something that you find makes you happy is a real blessing. Not everybody's going to find that. Doing something that you find meaningful is a moral obligation, something that you find fulfilling, something that you find you're connected to. That you're obligated to you. No one else in the world cares what you're going to be doing. Some of you, your parents have high expectations of you. Schools have high expectations of you. The system has expectations of you, of what you should do and how your life should go. But ultimately, it's going to be your decision. And the decisions you make are going to determine the rest of your life. So the third way of looking at a profession is solving a problem in the world, meeting a need of people, trying to do something that makes a difference in an area that you feel like needs to be improved. So you could have a means to an end, having a job that you're not really passionate about, you don't really care about, it doesn't make you feel alive, but it's meeting financial needs. The second way is doing something that you're passionate about, something that you really love, something that you enjoy. And the third way is solving a problem, meeting a need. So that's three ways of looking at it that you're not really shown that way of viewing a vocation, of viewing a profession. And now it comes to the point of how do you figure out what you want to do? How do you figure out what you really like to do? That only happens in one way, and that's spending time with yourself, getting to know yourself, trying out different things, putting yourself in different situations, meeting different people. It's that self-inquiry process in which you get to know who you really are and what you really want to do. And if you don't spend the time to do that, you'll never know. You're not just going to figure it out one day. You're not just going to wake up and be like, oh, I know what I want to do. That won't happen, I'm telling you. You have to spend the time to figure these things out, get to know yourself, and experiment and explore all the different processes and possibilities of life. And that's going to open up all these doors for you. A lot of your parents are going to have expectations of what you should do. And it's going to be hard. Say if what you really want to do and what they want you to do don't line up. That's going to be a hard decision for you to have to make. You guys have to remember that this is your life, and you're going to be responsible for the quality of it, for your own success. And the way that I view success is a progressive realization of something that you find worthwhile. The teacher that wanted to be a teacher and becomes a teacher is successful. The tradesman that wants to become a tradesman and becomes a tradesman is successful. The banker that wants to be a banker becomes a banker is successful. It's creating your life. So this is the convergence you're at right now. It's either you get handed the life that you were given and you live that life of average mediocrity, or you're going to design the life that you want. You're going to create the life that you want. You're going to take the time to build your own life And that's going to make the biggest difference at the end of the day. I'm telling you, 10 years from now, this is a major deal. Whether you wake up and you're enjoying your life or now, some of you have been handed off pretty hard cards in life, and it's not always easy. There's going to be difficulties, there's going to be trials, there's going to be tribulations, there's going to be challenges that come into your life that you're going to face, and allowing yourself to develop the resilience is going to make all the difference. And if those things that are coming in your life are going to break you or going to build you up, all right, you got to look at it. Everything is either an opportunity to grow or an obstacle to keep you from growing. That's always how things are going to happen in life. There's always going to be things that come up against you that are going to be challenging to get past. And it's either going to break you down or build you up. And that's going to be your choices. Every day, you're going to have to choose that. Now, the things that are going to happen to you that are challenging, or things that have happened to you that have been challenging, if you don't take the time to heal from those things and get past those things, come to terms with those things, it's going to be like a weight or an anchor that pulls you down for the rest of your life, and it's going to prevent you from getting to where you might have been, for achieving a maximum life, of actually actualizing your potential. There's things that are going to happen to you that are going to prevent you from doing that, and it's up to your own choices whether you let them or not. Now, I think each one of you could do something incredible with your lives after you leave this school. All these things, it seems like this is the pinnacle of your life. This is where things matter the most. I guarantee you in 5 years, most of you probably won't even talk to each other again. That people that you've been in high school with.
Yeah.
Some of those will stand the test of time, some of them won't. The point is, this is a small chapter of your life. This is just setting you up for the next stage, and that's where everything else happens, right?
The school doesn't like when you say that.
The school doesn't like it, but I'm teaching you things that the school won't teach you.
Yeah.
And how to look at life
That's what Daniel
and
was
how to
saying.
get as much out of life is an important thing too. Because at the end of the day, what really matters is the quality of your life. Are you enjoying the process of being alive? And if you're not, there's another quote from Earl Nightingale that said that
Change it.
all of us are self-made, but only the successful will admit it. So think about that for a little bit. You guys are all responsible for your own success. And I think that each one of you can do incredible things with your life, and I hope you do.
What's success though?
The progressive realization of a worthy ideal.